So we invite you to dance with us in your home, because that's where I am. I am tuning in from these incredible beings from their beautiful sanctuary, their temple here in San Diego. And I would love to introduce you to Jennifer Hudye and Alex Moscow. And I am so grateful to be in your presence in the amplified vision of who the two of you are. So welcome. And I welcome myself. Okay.
Thank you for being here. We got the vision vortex.
So you are about now to enter into this beautiful vision vortex with us. I will lower the music for us. Okay. So, what I would love to start with is what we're grateful for, because that dance of gratefulness is just a daily practice, and I know that is a daily ritual and an offering that you practice in your lives. So, who would like to start?
I'll start. Yeah. Well, we were just talking about this right before, but someone I am so grateful for, which is actually the reason why we're connected to Rythmia and have gotten to experience the magic of Rythmia multiple times, is Brandy. Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Brandy, who was really from the beginning of Rythmia, guided me into this community and has been such a gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such a soul sister. Yeah.
I would say for myself, of being grateful for the practice of having gratitude, and more than just writing my 3 things down in the morning or my 3 things out at night, but really feeling it and really being in the just like presence of gratitude and like being present with everything that I do have to be grateful for, and really feeling it, versus for me, so much of my life and my process has been just going through the practice, or because I'm supposed to do this, or this will get me this thing, but really being there with that. So I would say that's definitely like the first piece. Second piece is just incredible people, like to have you here in our home, and just the amazing people who Jennifer and I get to spend time with, me being able to spend the rest of my life with Jennifer. It's just really, really grateful for the incredible people in my life.
Wow. So I'll weave in that the first thing I am grateful for is being in this home. And I got to be with you for Thanksgiving, and wow, what a Thanksgiving, what a feast we had. It was a feast for the soul. The food was wonderful. Really, we got to drop in with the depth of the medicine of community, your friends, and sit around this beautiful table. And there was so much love. And so that really makes me sing of great, great gratefulness. And I too will mention Brandy, so that when she watches this, that she knows how grateful I am for you, Brandy, because you have changed so many lives by bringing us to Rythmia as guest teachers. And so I too started off as a guest teacher at Rythmia, and now I have residency there. And this is actually how my grateful heart danced and met you two. And boy, you are vision amplifiers as a couple and as the mission that you carry in the world. So how did this come?
Our relationship, or
however you want to start. It's one big vision that's been amplified.
Well, with the short story of Alex and I really coming together was, I think one of the biggest things was both of us, before meeting each other, seeing, we both had couples in our life. I had this one couple, he had another couple that we just admired and respected so much of what they created in their partnership, in their relationship, just how they showed up with so much love and compassion and playfulness and being really growth oriented. And by seeing that in them, expanded this possibility for the both of us to say, oh, like that's possible in partnership. And therefore we were able to take that and use it as a vision to amplify it to meet each other. And then since then, co-creating our brand Vision Amplifier, which is so much about that of just really helping people clarify and communicate their vision and connecting to that all-knowing self, and then being able to amplify it out into the world.
Which, by the way, January 2nd through the 9th, they are going to be coming to Rythmia and embodying and teaching this incredible journey for you. So let's hear about, for you, Mr. Vision Amplifier.
Yeah, I would say for the Vision Amplifier, for what we've created, it just happened when we were asked to speak at Rythmia. And we've spoken at each other's events before. We've like collaborated in that way where she would speak at my events, I would speak at her events, but we really hadn't like fully co-created something yet. And so we were in the possibility of what could we co-create together, which could be so much more impactful than anything that we could just do separately. So we looked at all of the tools in our transformational toolbox of what do we love, what's the most effective for us, what do we have like skill set of leading, and we really designed an experience to be able to leverage the true power of like music and frequency, to leverage the power of breath work, to leverage the power of guided visualization, and what we call to connect people to their vision self. Vision self, different than your future self. You're going to have a future self, and no matter what, depending upon what types of actions and different types of decisions that you make along that way. We define your vision self as the all-knowing version of you that has your dream life, dream impact you're making, dream relationships, dream health, and everything that you did not even know that you wanted as well. And that's a frequency that also lives in the field. So the experience is to get you tapped into that frequency so you can get messages back from that so that you can merge with that version of yourself faster.
Wow.
Or something like that, you know?
I can feel it already. That's the frequency that the both of you live in and with and serve the world. And one of the beauties that I got to witness when we were all at Rythmia was the marriage of your souls. So do you want to talk about that?
So the last time that we were down at Rythmia, which was this past July, Alex and I were leading the week there as the guest workshop speakers, and on night 4 of the medicine, the night of Yahe, which is just a big celebration, we got married, and it was the most amazing experience. And one of the things that was like so powerful about it for me was, after 4 nights of just doing the deep personal work ourselves of, going and being with the medicine, healing, expanding, growing, but then coming together after that into this union of just like total commitment to showing up fully for ourselves so that we can show up for each other. It was like the perfect way to seal our love in the 5D, in the quantum. Yeah.
They say, maybe you can answer to this, Alex, that 50% is on that cosmic dance floor and then 50% is off, and so this relationship, as you journeyed with your souls and had Mitra, right, perform this beautiful wedding, then how do you even more be committed to that next level, that next frequency, as you call it, that next vibration of this love?
So I'm gonna answer it from his frame of how just like I view life from, and how I view different types of just like peak experiences. So whether it's a shamanic wedding, or it's a plant medicine journey, or it's a leadership training, or a business seminar, whatever it is, that these are different types of like peak experiences. And peak experiences give us different type of like insight because we're in a new environment. We're exposed to new information. My favorite kinds are experiential, where you have to participate. Like at Rythmia, you definitely participate. There's something going on that's outside of just what's normal, of what we're used to, of what, we're creatures of habit. It's out of our patterning, and we're in a new environment. And so in any type of experience like that, I believe it's how do we like integrate? And for me, it's what's the most important thing to take away from this? Like if you're in a medicine ceremony and there's all this new data coming in, like what's the one thing that I really want to like take with me, or what has been most impactful? So I would say that that's the way that I look at it. And also just in being there and being, like leading our workshops, and then also going through 4 nights of plant medicine, and going through the ups and the downs and the backups, and just riding that roller coaster. It was just being there in this shamanic wedding of just like having the feeling that like it's so solid and this is it, and it's like so expansive and so much better than anything that I could have imagined, and better than all the movies that I've watched, and just feeling it. And I think that's what's also so beautiful about Rythmia and this work, is to really feel our feelings. And for me, it was to feel that and to be there with Jennifer in that wedding, in that process, and just like feeling it and just feeling how solid that it was, and then taking that feeling and then knowing that like I could squeeze that feeling into my bones, and my cells would have that experience. So whenever I'm in life, I can pull back to that moment. So if I need strength, or when life gets challenging or does its own roller coaster, that I have something, I'm sourced for it.
Wow. You two are an example of it all. And I felt it when I walked into your beautiful home, when I met your beautiful soul family, and just sitting here in your presence, I feel the merge of my soul, which is the work that we do at Rythmia. And so when we take it home and we're able to spread it to the world, that is the biggest gift. And you two are a gift. So is there anything last, perhaps experiential, that you would like to guide right now so that people can maybe experience a little taste of what you offer the world?
I'll share, one of the practices that I actually learned from a mentor of mine, Mary Morrissey, is, when we are visioning, what is one of the most powerful questions that we can ask ourselves as we are starting to architect our vision. And the most important question she shares is, what would I love? What would I love? And so I just invite each one of you here, as you have this longer weekend available, to trail into the future, and start by even trailing 3 years into the future, and imagine it's roughly December 31st, 2024. And it all worked out, and it was even better than you could have dreamed up, in the area of your health, in the area of your relationships, in the area of your career or business, and your lifestyle. What is that version of you? What kind of life does that version of you have? And it being absolutely amazing, and just tune into that frequency of the like, what would I love? What would I love? And just allow yourself the time and space to journal on it, tune into it, being in that question. And I think that's a really powerful exercise that you can take yourself through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel it. It has such a rhythm to it, even though it seems like it's far away, and yet the way you guided it, I felt that I was embodying it right now. And for me, that's the dance of liberation, So anything that you would like to add as we start bringing this to a closing?
Yeah, I'll give direct masculine response. Yeah, it's really being in the exploration of our relationship to the results that we have in our life. And I think, or what I've found is that when we can just be objective about the results, without the story, without I should be further along, or it shouldn't happen this way, or this person screwed me over, or I'm this way because I was 6 years old, this happened to me, and therefore that, and my trauma therapist told me this, but without all those stories, like if you can just have objective view of the results in your life, that's how you know what's happening. That's how you know what's going on in your world, and that's also the first step to be able to have awareness around what you want to actually change and transform. I just found, in working with thousands of entrepreneurs, of that most people, and also high performers too, they aren't looking at their results with a view that's super objective. There's usually a story attached to it. And then that story is the exact thing that keeps them stuck or keeps them in a loop or keeps them at a certain place. So yeah, mine is just to be able to look at your life and also love yourself, and then without judgment, hey, here are my results. In some areas will probably be awesome and rocking, and other areas might not be. But being able to look at it objectively without the story or without, your teacher told you, or your parents or whatever, it's just a really powerful concept to be able to look at the areas. And if you are going to go there with me, okay, I have clear paths, or I have clear things that I want to go in and work on in XYZ experience.
And so it is. So this incredible visionary amplifier couple are going to be there January 2nd through the 9th. And I'm actually going to be there too. So I'm super excited to be dancing with you both. And yes, just continue to follow that which you love, because it is already here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to the both of you. Love you guys.
Love you too.